Okay, good day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Visionary Corner. We are coming live from Johannesburg in Soweto. Today we have a special guest on the way from Ntlhaveni, Limpopo and Western Cape. And now she's in Gauteng, which means she's traveling all over. Before we start, let me read her bio. Her name is Precious Chauke Singita. She was born in a village called Ntlhaveni, Block D, Limpopo. She completed a matric in 2021 at Jim Chavani High School. She got 5 distinctions and 2 70s. She's currently studying at University of Stellenbosh, studying engineering. She's also the founder of CEO of SingieJohnsFoundation, which is registered both as an NGO and an NCP, right? NCP, right? Then in 2022, she was elected as the president of Jim Chavani High School. She also became the president of Malamulele Northeast. She became the LRC secretary of Vhembe district. She has won 2 silver medals in Science Expo for 2 successful engineering projects. What a bio, eh? Welcome to our studio, Precious.
Thank you.
So before we start, can you tell us who's Precious?
Precious is, as a girl, I have a lot to say about. But the little I can say is that she's a girl who's obsessed with progress.
Yeah.
She's self-made. She's always striving to be the best version of herself, and she's kind. She loves reading thought-provoking books, not just novels. So she loves reading thought-provoking books and discovering new things, and she loves serving people.
And I can tell you love progressing just by your work ethic, just by observing you. You can tell or someone who's obsessed about progress, and which is quite a powerful description about yourself. And you're also saying self-made. I can see you've been in positions of leadership, which is a great thing, eh? Which is something the young ladies should learn from you. So, the interview will be talking about 3 aspects: your academic achievements, your foundation, and your leadership skills. Eh? So, can you start with the academic part? How was your matric journey?
My matric journey was challenging.
Yeah.
It was very challenging compared to the rest of the years,
Yeah.
18 years. Last year was very challenging, but it was also rewarding. It was beautiful. It was a blessing. It was amazing because a lot happened. I learned a lot about myself that I didn't even know. I did things that I didn't know that I was capable of doing. So it was a fascinating year.
And I'm sure a lot of matrics, they can relate with you because most of them are post-COVID-19, right? So how did you manage to get such great results after this whole corona thing?
I can say it was consistency because obviously our matric, we obviously needed grade 11 content to be able to get through matric, but we didn't really cover much there because of COVID. We didn't really do much. So for matric, I had to do things on my own because one thing I didn't do was to rely on the teachers. Because when you relied on the teachers, obviously they're going to try to cover matric content because we cannot squeeze in grade 11 work and grade 12 work in the same year. So I had to be self-dependent and also try to find other ways that are going to help me to cover up grade 11 work and matric work. So what I did was, my goal from the start was the 7 distinctions, of course. And what I did to motivate myself, to keep myself going, I drew myself my own report. Like, okay, this is my report. I inserted my first term marks, second term, third term, and then I also designed my matric statement certificate. So every day when I study, I'll just have it there to see that, okay, this is my pledge, this is what I want, my first term results, this is how they have to look. So I was studying towards that. It was motivating me. I knew what I wanted and I had to do all I could to get what I wanted. So
Yeah, guys, this is powerful. I hope you're taking notes because I see you are manifesting on another level. So I think before we start or do anything, the most important thing is to have a goal, is to know where you're going before you even put in the work and all of that. Because you can put in the work, but if you don't know where you're going, it's pointless, right? So I think that's the most important thing that made you to achieve such things, right? So what are some of the sacrifices that you had to make?
for me, because okay, and when was it, 2020, when
Yeah.
COVID hit, because we didn't really go to school that much. In fact, we didn't go to school. So what I did with that year was invest in myself. I underwent through a self-development journey. So I had to discard a lot of stuff, things that were not helpful to me, things that they were not taking me anywhere actually. So matric, I didn't really have to sacrifice anything because I didn't have anything that I was doing that was useless. So because if I had to sacrifice something, that would be going to church and going to school, because that's what I did, or reading my books. So if I would say I sacrificed some of the things, is I spent less time reading my other books, not academic books, but that's what I can say I sacrificed. But I didn't really have to sacrifice much because
Being more disciplined and being dedicated.
Yeah.
So I could say 2020 was a blessing in a way. It depends as to how you used it.
yeah,
Because even this channel was born in 2020. It has gone beyond being a channel. Now we have seminars, we do talks on entrepreneurship. There's even a study guide. So it all depends as to what you were doing, right? And I had to say some useless things. What are some of those useless things?
okay, I used a bad term, useless, which doesn't really sound nice. But I mean, I wasn't doing anything that like going out, partying and whatnot. So those are some of the things I can classify as
And a lot of our metrics are into groups, so I think now they have to sacrifice now because they're gonna be done in a few years to come, right? And how was the transaction moving from high school to university? Because it's quite a different world outside.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a different world. And for me, I felt like high school doesn't prepare us for university at all. Most especially as back in Limpopo, our education system there is a bit poor, so it didn't prepare me for matric, for university. And the fact that we don't really get people to tell us what happens there, because all they do is lie and be like, work hard, and your matric, work hard, so that you're gonna go enjoy in university and whatnot. Those were just lies. Because okay, my first semester in university, I don't want to lie, it was hell. I was a top student in my school, but when I got to university, it was hell. Because okay, I tried using the study methods I used in high school. Didn't work. I tried everything and nothing was working. It was hard, but as well failure. I was failing, and the fact that I never failed in my life, I didn't know how to cope with failure. But yeah.
It was quite a journey. And most of the time when we come to these high schools, people say you dream when you get to rest, when you enjoy freedom. They don't know that's not culture and expense of sleepless nights. Because there's a lot of work that you need to do in order to stay that rest and enjoy that so-called freedom that you don't know what it's about. And how did you manage to adjust and coping with that particular feeling, because you have never felt in your entire life?
What I had to do was, because sometimes I'll cry, I don't want to lie, I never failed, and obviously I don't know how to deal with failure, and nobody ever taught me that, okay, in life, this is how it goes, you will fail and you will win. So I never knew that failure was part of, okay, I knew, okay, there's failure, but because I never experienced it, I didn't know. But what I had to do was to be real with myself and to allow myself to feel, because along with the failure comes emotions, comes disappointment, embarrassment and all that. So what I did to be able to adjust and overcome that was I had to be true to myself and know that, okay, this is failure. I shouldn't try to avoid it. I should just keep exposing myself to situations that are going to lead to potential failure, so that by acknowledging it, I become aware. And when I'm aware, that's where the freedom comes. And so I was able to, okay, let me allow myself to feel, and feeling the emotions. Okay, I identify them and label them that, okay, this is how I feel. I feel disappointed. I feel embarrassed. I didn't even have anyone to talk to, because calling back home and telling them that I'm failing and whatnot, it's also exactly. So what I did was, okay, I just had to allow myself to feel it and acknowledge it and grow, instead of having a fixed mindset, thinking that, okay, failure is a bad thing, failure is not good. I just had to change my fixed mindset and have a growth mindset and use that failure as a fuel to help me grow and to pull through.
It's been quite a journey, but at least I'm glad that you're adjusting. And would you say you're prepared for second semester, or you're still in the progress?
I would say I'm prepared, because throughout the failure and everything first semester, what I did was, okay, I was trying to learn that, okay, this is how things go. This is how I can do better for second semester, because obviously as I'm trying to pass in the first semester, I was also trying to see how I can make things work for myself in the second semester.
But it's been a great journey. I'm glad we are learning. At least when we learn from first day, I'd like third day and all of that. Because some people meet failure over third day and it becomes much harder. That's and you know, choosing a career can be complicated. How did you manage to choose your career? Because let's say you're speaking to someone who's doing matric.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's also another journey on its own. So career-wise, I'm currently studying civil engineering. But initially that wasn't my first choice. That's not what I wanted to study. I actually wanted to do medicine. But engineering was my second choice, because since I participated in some engineering stuff, and then I thought, okay, maybe engineering might be for me. And since I'm doing civil, that was inspired by my dad, because he has this construction company. So because I also go with him in some of those workplaces, I just get to think that, okay, this is nice, I might do it as well. So okay, I wanted to do medicine, and because I know that in medicine the competition is high, and I didn't really do well in my NPTs, and they contribute a lot when they are admitting people for medicine. I was like, okay, what if they don't accept me? So I had to have a plan B, obviously, and my plan B was engineering. So I started doing research in engineering and what it's all about, if I'm gonna enjoy it, if I'm gonna cope, and also spoke to people who are studying engineering as well, because I had done a lot of research on medicine ever since a young age. So I had to invest in knowing about engineering, and then I thought that, okay, this might be something I'll enjoy doing, and I went in for it, because I thought maybe medicine they might not accept me, even though after registration for engineering I got accepted for medicine, but yet I still decided to stay for engineering, because I thought
that's what you want.
Yeah, I thought.
And I think it becomes, you were saying sorry to disturb me.
Yeah, that's fine. I stayed because I thought I wasn't there by a mistake of some sort, and I was like, okay, let me just stay and see what this has for me.
And the foods, I think it becomes much easier since your dad is in the construction business, because sometimes these things comes through generationally.
Yeah.
But because of us black people, we tend to lose that thing. You wanna go and study something different. Because sometimes you need to check what is it that your family is good at, what is it that they're gifted at, and follow that particular route. So I don't think it's a mistake that you went in.
Yeah.
So I think now we can go to part 2 of the interview. Can you please tell us more about SingieJohnsFoundation?
Okay, that's my baby.
Yeah? Because I see you really passionate up, and I thought maybe you would come wearing the emblem.
Yeah, I wanted to, but then I was like, shouldn't I? And then I was like, okay, it's fine, let me know it. But yeah, that's an organization that I founded last year in the midst of military stress and all that. So that's initially when I was when it came to me, what happened was I would see these kids going to school. Some of them would go to school without shoes. Some of them would come to school with torn uniform. And even outside school, you'd see people, what they wear, clothes, it was bad. And anywhere I go, like even if I try to go out or go to anywhere I went, I just kind of identified something that was associated with social hardships. And I was like, okay, God, why? Because if I go to a place, maybe I'm at church and I'm trying to, okay, we're at church, we're having fun, or we're out I'm in a taxi or whatnot, and those things just stand out for me. So it kept speaking to me. And then there was this one night I was studying, and then as I was studying, my mom would normally sit with me where I study. She'd just sit and be like, I'm just here to support you. She'd just watch me study. She'd just be there and watch me study. So I was like, that thing, like that day before, as I was going to school, I met this child. She was going to school with no shoes, and her school bag was, one handle was off, and she was just kind of like dragging it. She didn't look really okay, like, and it affects a child mentally, and that foundation matters in future. So that day it troubled me the whole day. So when I got back home, I had my own stress, but my academics were aside that day. And as my mom was sitting with me there, I just started speaking that, have you seen how other people's children, what they go through, this and that? And then I told her what I saw in the morning, and she was just there listening, because I was talking non-stop. I was hacked. I was just pouring it all out. And then it came, and then I was telling her how there's no platform, like around there in Limpopo where I'm from, there's no platform to help people. So because if I had in my church, this lady who just talk about, if people have clothes, they can bring them to me and I'll take them and go and give them to. So I was like, okay, that means there can be a platform where people can get help, but we don't have it. So, and I was like, okay, if I'm identifying these hardships and these things, then if it's me, then why can't I start? Let me just have a platform to help people. And then I just started speaking that, okay, this organization, it can be an organization, okay, and it can have departments, because I don't really want to necessarily help people on education or school uniforms only. Like, there's a lot of things that I see around, so it can be divided into departments and all that. And then my mom was like, okay, why don't you write what you're saying? And then I was like, do you think I should? And she's like, yeah, just write it down. And then I took a book, I wrote it down, and from there I was doing research. As I was studying, I was researching on that, studying. So that's how it started.
So would you say it's important to start a business around something that bends your heart? Because I feel like this thing was following you, because a lot of people could have seen that particular problem, but probably they would ignore it. Maybe they would not be concerned with it, but where that was haunting you. So would you say it's important to start a business around what bends your heart? What are the particular problems that you identify in your community? Because it's not really like a profit business, but it's an NGO, right?
Yeah.
So maybe you can run your purpose after something that bothers you the most.
Yeah,
you can put it in that way.
I think it's healthy in that way, because even in this journey of being the founder of the organization, other people don't really understand because I'm the one who carries the vision. I carry this organization. I'm the one who has the vision. I'm the vision bearer. So other people don't really get it. They cannot really run it. So I am the one who has to be there. And for me to be there and be able to make this thing work, I have to have a drive. So from that day, because I wrote everything down, I didn't just write the idea, but I wrote how it came. So anytime I feel like it's getting too much, because the work, it gets too much sometimes. I have my own academic stress, and then the organization is also in the picture. Sometimes it's too much. But when I open that book and remind myself of how and why, and then the drive, it comes back again, the energy, and I do everything effortlessly because of that. So I think it's important to
find something that you're really passionate about, and something that you do effortlessly.
Yes.
And that's something that you're really doing, and you're really achieving it. Eh?
Yeah.
Keep up the hard work. I'm really super proud of you, especially for someone of your age. It's really inspiring. And what are some of the projects that you have done?
So some of the projects that we've done is we've managed to donate sanitary pads.
Yeah.
We managed to donate 93 in my village, because I had to start somewhere. So I was like, why not start here? So we managed to donate 93. And then we also, because I think we had around 150 sanitary pads, and that was our first giveaway. And we also managed to donate school uniforms in 5 different schools. Yeah, we would give a shirt. It was like a package, a shirt, a skirt or a trouser, and then what is it called? A pullover, and also shoes. So we'd give maybe 12 packages per school. And then we also managed to, as we were doing the distribution of the school uniforms, would also motivate the learners, would speak to them, even though I was not done with my matric journey at that time, but I knew that I have my distinctions. I knew that, I just didn't know if I got all of them. So but because some of the board members are in university, they were able to motivate the students better. So motivate people.
Yes, you were still talking.
And also we also managed to donate clothes. And there's at the village somewhere. So we managed to donate clothes. There was a lot of clothes, so we managed to donate to a lot of people, kids, the male and the females.
You really did a great job.
As well, this year we also managed to apply for matric learners for university. We managed to apply for 63 of them so far. And then as well, we are also trying to tutor them in
different platforms.
Yeah.
So are the applications still open? Is the offer still standing?
Yeah, it is, because the universities are not yet closed for.
So I think I can upload the link or your numbers on the video once you upload it, right?
Yeah. So
that they can see everything regarding this. And did you have capital when you start? Because most people, when they have to start businesses, they say they don't have capital and all of that. Because I don't believe in that.
Well, that question, I enjoy it, even though anytime I talk about SingieJohnsFoundation, everyone will be like, where did you get the capital? Where did you get the money? It's the same, even though my mother supported me initially, but when they saw that I'm really serious about this thing, everyone in my family was like, what? You're a child, you're still in high school, where are you going to get the money? You need money. Everyone was saying that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep quiet about this thing, because everyone is going to be discouraging me about the money. You know what, guys? That's what I told my family, that guys, you know what? The thing is, I don't need money to start this thing. I don't need money to make my dream come alive. I don't. And then they were like, okay, let's wait and see. Let's watch. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this thing. And then that was also another fuel for me, because they were challenging me at that time. So what I did was, I didn't have any money as well at all. I didn't have any savings, nothing. But what I did first was, I made posters or asking for donations from people, because I believe that people out there are willing to give, they just need a platform. So I issued out the poster, and people got the poster and they donated, and we managed to buy those sanitary towels at first. We managed to buy them and we donated, and it was successful. I didn't have money, but it happened. And then for the school uniforms, I didn't have money to buy school uniforms, but we did donate and it was successful. So what I did was, okay, matrics, usually we grow. This time we eat a lot, eggs and whatnot, and we grow. So we tend to buy school uniforms, grade 11, we buy school uniforms, and because we're not, even in fact like now, they didn't really go to school. So the school uniform is still okay. So I was like, why not go around, issue another poster and ask for their school uniforms that still looks okay. Even if it's not okay, they can just, and then I issued that poster, and then people got it, they texted me, and I went around all the villages, everywhere I knew. I went around, going around. At least I used my pocket money to get transport money to go around collecting, to buy those big plastic bags, to collect the school uniforms. So I just went around collecting, and I collected a lot. I think we had 80 shirts and 60 something trousers, and we also got, I think, 4 blazers and pullovers and jerseys. So, and I think how many pairs of shoes? 15 pairs of shoes. So that didn't need money. I just had to collect and then bring back the things, check which ones look good, and then we washed them. After washing, put the soft, ironed, and then I bought packages. I asked my mother, because she had to support me in some way. I asked for money, and then I ordered some packaging bags from Take-A-Lot, and then we packaged them. They looked new, we distributed. It didn't really need money, it didn't need me to have money. And then I also collected study guides for people who were willing to give away study guides. Collected, distributed, didn't need money. Offering tutoring doesn't need money. Applying for them doesn't need money. So don't really need money to start.
Because there's this powerful quote by one of my mentors, Napoleon Hill. It says, all you need is one sound idea to become successful. And which is what you had, and ideas to what you want, right?
Yeah.
And you had it all. And I think time we were running out of time. It was a need to rush somewhere.
Yeah.
So I think if I can throw in one or two questions regarding leadership. How did your leadership role start? Like being the president of your high school, Vhembe district, and Malamulele Northeast. Maybe if you can summarize them.
Okay, let me summarize that. Yeah, talking is nice. So,
Well, you can take your time if you don't mind.
So, I think it started from a very, 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 very young age.
Yeah.
Because I attended primary school in this private school that is there around my village. And from grade 1s and 2s, and I was the class prefect, until, because that school, it's crashed until grade 9. So when I went to high school, it was grade 10, 11 and 12. So I arrived there, Jim Chavani High School, grade 10, and then, okay, grade 10 I was there, and then 11, COVID hit. But 12, they didn't even really know me in that school because I was grade 10, 11, 12. But yeah, I somewhere stood out. I don't know how, but yeah. So, in the beginning of the year, last year, they were voting for class prefects, and I won the votes somewhere somehow. And yeah. And then they also had to vote for the president, the school president. Normally, school presidents are known to be males, but it's male. So, when we went for the voting of the presidency thingy, I got the votes and I won, and I was supposed to be me. Now I'm the school president, and then I come back to class and it's announced that I'm the school president, and everyone's like, what? It's a girl president, how, what not? But yeah, that's how it began. I became the school president, and in the midst of being the school president, because we had this car crash that hit, it was trauma. So we lost 7 students in this car accident that happened. So because it was something that traumatizing, something that sad, and Jim Chavani, the minister, and the MEC, they had to come for the mass funeral. And because I'm the school president, I had to give the speech to represent the learners. So yeah, when they came in, I had to give the speech, and obviously there were SABC newsroom. So when giving the speech, I didn't even know that I was on TV. I didn't know I was on TV. So I gave the speech, and everyone was just blown away by the speech I gave. Everyone was just blown away, and then after that, I went home, and now I'm all over social media. I'm on TV. I didn't even know. And yeah, the speech I gave, everyone was just so proud, and they even now forgot that it was something tragic that happened. But yeah, and then from there, now obviously that's exposure. So okay, now everybody knows me, and everyone wants to reach out to me. And so from there, we also had to go to Malamulele. That's the second thingy. And then when we got there, we had to vote for presidency, a president of our second. I think it's around 7 schools. And then somewhere it got to be me. Even when we got there, you had to say some words. I did that, and then I won that. I was the president. Also, the district is the same. You had to say something and then votes, and then I got to be the secretary. So
it's all about the levels.
Yeah.
Been pushing, like it's really inspiring to see young women taking the positions of leadership, not just in women, like women coming from Limpopo, like the Chavani district. Like there's been a history where there's once been a youth strike of education, but what you're doing is really amazing. It's really amazing. And I know, before we close the show, what are the last few words you'd love to say to the audience at home?
I think the audience at home would be matrics for now. So I just want them to keep pushing, and they should have a dream, they should have a drive, they should have something a reason why they wake up. And you should try and define yourself, define success for yourself, see what you want. And another thing for everyone, you must value time. you know. Yeah, that's time, like time. Like when the clock ticks, you should value that. Yeah, I think that we can talk about that another day. But yeah, that's what I can say. I think. Yeah.
Thank you so much for honoring the invitation, and it's been a great day spending with you because you just came from a drive. Now it's this interview. Like, yeah, it's been a productive day, even though now I'm tired. But thanks for honoring the invitation. And hopefully there will be part 2 or part 3 in the future.
Yay!
Sitting at the SingieJohnsFoundation's offices one day.
Yes, of course.
Sure. So guys, please hit that subscribe button and share this video with friends and family. And have a great day. Bye.